Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Today, we have the honor of inviting Ayanda. She's the founder of Liyema HR Consulting. So Ayanda, thank you very much for taking the time to be with us. Could I ask you to just give a brief introduction of you and what your business does?
Hi, Charmel. Thanks for inviting me to this amazing platform. I'm Ayanda Mzondeki, and I'm the co-founder and MD of Liyema Consulting. Liyema Consulting is an HR solutions company that provides mobility, recruitment, and payroll outsourcing to a lot of global corporates. And that's us in a nutshell. And we've been in business for about 10 years now. This is our 10th anniversary.
So congratulations on that big 10.
Thank you.
So can you share with us what your journey has been up to the point when the pandemic disrupted everyone's lives?
Oh, sure. Our journey up to the pandemic was like any other business journey. It had its ups and downs. We had good months and bad months, but we grew steadily over a period of about 9 years. And that was with the support of some of the networks that you belong to. It was easier than most businesses, I guess, because we then had connections and networks that you could tap into to get as much business as possible, especially globally. But it was a great journey, and we were growing. And at some point, we tripled our revenue in 1 year, which is quite exciting for us.
That's a fantastic story. So thanks for that. Let us look at how COVID disrupted your business and how you then had to pivot to survive the last almost 2 years.
Woo, COVID. So luckily for us, we've always been quite into technology. So before COVID, we were already on Zoom, we were on Teams. We'd started remote working a bit. And we used some technologies where we could integrate some of our systems and just make it easier for our people to do their work, even whether they're at work or not. And when COVID hit, the first thing that happened was that people are not hiring, companies are not hiring, and we are in the business of people. And that's what you do. We get people jobs, we manage payroll. So if there are no people to manage payroll for, or no people to recruit, overnight our business went dead. And we had to stay positive. I think for me personally, as an entrepreneur and as the owner of the business, I froze. I froze for a week. I didn't know where to go to next. I had no idea, because you could not research how to solve this problem, because COVID had never happened before. So people started talking about pivot, and I thought, what is this pivot thing? All I know is HR and recruitment and staffing outsourcing. But after a week, I think I realized that one thing we can do is to reach out to our partners and clients and find out how they're doing. I realized that if I'm struggling, if I'm in this space, can you imagine what's happening to our partners and clients? As much as their business had halted or had slowed down, they were also struggling as much as we were struggling. So that's what we then decided to do. And we reached out a lot to our partners and our clients. We improved our technologies internally, our processes and systems. So we looked within. I thought, since we don't have business, then how do we then improve our business for when the economy eventually opens? And that has paid off, to be honest with you, as now the economy is opening up.
Yeah, I think you froze. I was in denial for about 2 weeks. I'm like, it's fine. We'll survive it. So you all just had to deal with it on different ways. But I think it is so important that you use that time to look internally and pivot and prepare for when we now at that point where we're starting to open up. So COVID has forced us, and especially and I've had this where I was running so fast and all of a sudden I stopped and I had to pause. You were forced to do that. And how has that been, that forceful stopping, how has that then helped you grow in terms of, now, because we've got a chance to change, and how has that then helped you with your growth going forward?
As I said, with that pause, with that hectic, mind-boggling halt to our business, we turned inwards. We looked at our processes. we started improving our processes and making them more efficient, especially to service our clients better. We looked at our customer service. We did a lot of surveys just to understand how our candidates were feeling about our candidate journey and how our clients were feeling about their journey with Liyema. And we improved quite a lot of those processes. We trained our staff members virtually. There are a lot of training platforms at that time, even now, for our employees and our partners. So that's what we focused a lot on. So a lot of growth, self-development. And I think now that the economy is opening up, we know better. We've learned quite a lot of tricks when it comes to how do we improve efficiencies within our business or within our clients' businesses, the value add. Why Liyema is who it is because of its people and its partners. So we realized that a bit more during the quiet time, that we are all about the people and our partners. And since then, we've won quite a number of contracts which have gotten us to expand into Botswana. We now have offices in Botswana in 2021, and we have Zimbabwe, Zambia, and we're also going into Nigeria and some of the European countries. So by 2022, we're hoping that we will be a global organization. Purely, I'm actually crediting it to the downtime during COVID, where we could then also expand and see where do we improve our operations, where do we do a lot of risk mitigation. We had to look at a lot of the risk that we had not had time to look into during that time. So that also now enabled us to, grow into the other markets.
So thank you so very much for sharing your journey. It is amazing, and it's fantastic to see that you've actually used this opportunity for introspection and then just setting yourself up for growth. So thank you very much. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. And everything of the best.
Thank you so much, Charmel.